point and wanted to make sure that I am very brief and make some points. You know, one thing I can tell you that success has got so many fathers and failure has none. We read that. Everybody said that we are responsible for US civil nuclearity. But first and foremost, I must congratulate Roe and Walsh. You know, India Caucus was formed 3 decades ago, but this is the first time we are having a US-India summit. Nobody, all the chairs and co-chairs, they never thought about having a US-India summit. So Roe and Walsh, thank you and congratulations. You know, over my lifetime, US-India relations have transformed. In my earlier days in the country, India was viewed with suspicion. A part of Soviet bloc, a country with chronic poverty. In the geopolitical chess game, they used to think that India is a country to be managed, not partnered. But the rise of India's economic power after Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister and Dr. Manmohan Singh became the Finance Minister, and in America's interest in containing China, and most importantly, the political activism of Indian Americans in this country has altered the US-India relations. And our successes of our activism first was when 2000, President Clinton was talking about going to India. And we wanted to make sure we worked very hard that this trip happens, and we also worked very hard that US lift the sanction against India, which was imposed on India for the nuclear test in 1998. If I go back to my memory lane, I remember vividly US Indian Forum for Political Education used to have congressional reception every year. And we used to have 20 to 25 congressmen and senators used to attend. And unfortunately, the day we picked, when I was the national president of IFT, the day when the India did the nuclear test. So we all came from all over the country for the reception, and we went there, we came here, and in the morning news, India did the nuclear test 1998, and the same day we had the reception. Believe me, the reception was only with us. Only 2 congressmen showed up, Gary Ackerman and Frank Pallone. Nobody wanted to put their name with India. And so we really worked hard to make sure that Congress really lift the sanction and the administration against India. But our most prominent success of Indian American engagement is the US-India civil nuclear deal, which was signed on October 8, 2008, and that was the best we can think of. I can tell you, without our strong activism and lobbying, US-India nuclear deal would never go to the United States Congress. I also must tell you, when we were doing the sanction lifting campaign, that time the Bengal Tiger in Washington was my senator from North Carolina, Senator Jesse Helms. And Jesse Helms was a powerhouse in Washington. So Jesse Helms came to a hearing after the nuclear test, and he said India cannot provide food for the poor people. By doing the test, India not only shot on the foot, but shot on the head. That is the comment of chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. What we did. But compared to lifting the sanction, US-India nuclear deal is just moving a mountain. That was a piece of cake. Because when I learned a lot of new words that time, when the deal was announced in India in March by George W. Bush and Dr. Manmohan Singh, after that I went to talk to my good friend Gary Ackerman. He was the India Caucus chair. I flew in from North Carolina, and I told Gary, it is very important, you have to support this. Gary said, sorry, it is DOA. I said, DOA? I know English, but I never heard about DOA. DOA is dead on arrival. So it has no chance. Go to the Congress. President Bush, he went to India and make some comments and make some deal. We are not a part of it. Don't waste your time. I went to my good friend David Price. I know him for 20 years. I said, David, it is very important that this deal you have to support. And David Price told me exactly the same thing, that it has no chance. So, the first time in the history that we gave the perception to the Congress that Indian Americans are united. Indian Americans, that time we had 1.2 million, but you all know we had 10 million egos. So, with 10 million egos, to give this perception that we are united, it was not easy. We took full-page ad on the Washington Post, $110,000. And it was telling that why this deal is important for America, not for India. And it was supported by AHOA, supported by API, supported by NFIA, but the money was raised by US-India Friendship Council, where we are a core people of 20 people, raised $500,000 in 48 hours. We jammed their fax machine of the Congress. We went to the temple. We went to Gurdwara. We are sending fax. We spend money in India to do a software. And the software says that if you put your name and zip code, every one letter will go to senators and congressmen. So we jam their fax machine and we jam their internet. And that is not enough. We have people came all over the country and we walk on the hill. And with a charter bus, it says Indian American Washington Chalo campaign, walk on the hill. And the same US India nuclear deal. Today, everybody can talk about how great the relationship is. We are doing what we are doing. It is great, but I can tell you, we are just scratching the surface. And this particular nuclear deal, that is one great thing is happened, that it really brought a transition of Indian American community. Because we are known as a border minority community, we are known for our academic excellence, and we are quoted for our financial resources. But today, it shows that Indian American community, though it is small, but it is politically powerful to really change the policy of the United States and also politics. That is the coming age of Indian American community, and you should be all proud. So to move forward, I say that US-India relations, as Ramesh rightly said, just scratching the surface, particularly in the areas of clean energy, global health, innovation. I think that we should work very hard. Work has just begun. There will be misunderstandings. There will be challenges between India and US. As you very well know, India did not support the United Nations when Russia attacked Ukraine. Lot of talk. What is this about India? But India and US, it is relationship cannot be autopilot. There are always challenges. Great thing now, when there are challenges, it is not just between Foggy Bottom and India. Now, we, Indian Americans, played a vital role and will be there to make sure that it does not slide. And thank you very much.